Bike lane use in New York City, is it mandatory or not? Well, it depends. Bike lanes are there to keep motorists out of the bike space, not to keep cyclists in. And I heard that straight from the guy who wrote the bike lane rules for New York City back in the 1970s. His name was Steve Faust. Anyway, you're allowed to exit the bike lane whenever it is not safe or available for use, but you should use it when it is safe and available for use. So there's a subjective aspect to determining whether or not you're required to use the bike lane. Here, let's go take a look up here. There might be someone double parked in the bike lane, and obviously you're going to exit it in order to get around them. In addition, you might come to a spot where you're about to make a turn out of the bike lane from the opposite side of the street that the lane is on. Up here, we've got a right turn onto Jane. So you signal, you're exiting the bike lane. And here you are, you make your right turn. You're not required to stay in the bike lane on the left-hand side of the street in order to make a right turn. Now, I like to ride right on the outer edge of the bicycle lane because it puts me a little further away from the car doors. But if I get hit, I was in the bicycle lane. The question about whether or not you have to have your handlebar fully in the bicycle lane, I don't know. I've never heard it litigated, but it's an interesting question. Here's it, someone double parked in the bike lane. We're going to go around them. Another double parked car. Do I go in and out, in and out? No, you don't want to be unpredictable popping in and out. It's better just to stay out of the bike lane if you see two obstacles relatively closely spaced. Now, what if I'm a strong cyclist who cruises at 20, 22, 25 miles per hour? That's the maximum speed limit in most streets in New York City. Am I required to stay in the bicycle lane? I would argue no, because it's not safe to ride in a Touring Zone bike lane like this at that speed. There's no way that you can stop, and it's likely that someone about to open the door may not see you in time. So from my perspective, the thing to do is to exit the bicycle lane when you're moving at a speed that is too high for the maximum safe speed of that design of bicycle lane. And different bike lane configurations have different appropriate maximum safe speeds. Whether or not a traffic court judge is going to buy that argument, it hasn't happened yet, but I send lots of cyclists armed with that argument into those hearings, and sometimes they prevail and sometimes they don't. You can try it yourself. Hopefully you won't be ticketed.